That sounded good. Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. Ooh, this could be trouble. Needs to hold on to the fairway. All right, second shot on the 10th. Ooh, looks like you're going to be putting. Oh, play pin high, well judged. And he's hitting from the rough here. Let's see what he does with it. Looks like this one's heading for the green. And here you go, birdie putt coming up here. Okay, moving on to the next. And if he sinks this, the hole will be halved. And that hole will be halved. Let's see what we can do here on the 11th. Nicely done. A little bit of draw action here. Way to go out there, champ. All right, let's see how he does.
My word, that almost dropped in the bucket.
He's got 15 feet to the cup.
It looks like this one's breaking right to left. And he drops it. That was a pretty good little touch he put on that.
All right, let's pop this in. Birdie putt.
A slight break, if any, to the right on this one.
Nice putt. I like the way this is shaping up. That's your second in a row of birdies. And that hole's halved.
Okay, on the tee of the 12th hole, it's a par 4. Oh my, absolute power on that drive.
And driving the old green, putting for eagle. Nothing wrong with that. And let's see how this tee shot fares for him.
Ooh, he almost dropped the chip.
And this putt drops, you can go one up.
Oh, it goes down, and that will win you the hole.
And after that one, you are one up in the match.
Okay, here we have a par 5 on the 13th.
Oh my goodness, you pounded that drive. He's looking ready to roll. Let's see how he does on this hole. And here's our second shot on the 13th. That's bold, using the driver off the fairway. I'll take it. Okay, second shot for him on this one. Okay, and that one just sneaks into that first cut of rough. All right, putter's coming out. Let's see what happens. He's in the green side rough. Oh, he almost got that chip to go. 10 feet to the cup. Nicely done. Okay, if he sinks this, he'll have the hole. And that hole will be halved. Getting a look at the 14th hole now. This one's heading a little bit to the left. Well, unfortunately, we missed the green here. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. And they are going with the 9 iron on this one. All right, here's our second shot on the 14th. Oh, close. Pretty close with that chip. And with this putt, you could save par. Good luck. I think this starts off pretty straight and then takes a bit of a left turn. And if they sink this putt, we'll be back to all square. Okay, you gave that putt to your opponent. That's a good call. I would have done the same thing. We lose the hole, but we move on to the next for another chance at glory. All right, let's send it.
Well, this one's looking good. This shot's around 95 yards to the pin. Nicely done, playing a little draw shot. Good job. And this one's about 85 yards to the pin. Oh, almost in the bucket. All right, drop this one in. This one for birdie. Oh, come on, be nice. Here comes a 3-footer. All right, your opponent's going to let you have that putt. Let's go to the next hole. And if he sinks this next putt, he'll go one up. Good job on this one. Just a tap in for birdie. Okay, 16th hole. This one's a par 5. All right, here we go. Give it a rip. Let's hit that fairway. Taking a look at the elevated green from here. Really well judged approach there. And let's see what happens. This is his second. And this one from 25 feet. I think this one's going left to right. Oh, no, it's right by the hole. Okay, you've got this to win the hole. I think it's breaking to the left. So far, so good. And a wonderfully struck putt in there for the eagle. And after that one, we're all square. Okay, on to 17. This one's a par 3. There you go. That's what you want. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. They've gone with the 7-iron. He's setting up here with a pretty long putt to deal with. What are you thinking? I think this one's moving to the right. Looks like he's put a good stroke on it.
This one's still tracking. Oh, and he can't get it to drop.
Okay, this putt to go one up on your friend. This one starts off pretty straight, then goes to the right. Oh, ever so close to getting that birdie. Just a little tap needed here. Okay, looks like your friend is going to give us that putt. How generous. We'll head to the next. There we go. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And hole number 18 is in front of us. Nice swing onto that one. All right, let's see how he does here on this hole. All right, you might want to club up a little bit. We have an elevated green. That is beautiful. Solid approach there, pin high. And he's about 125 out. Let's see what he does. And 14-foot putt for him. Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right. Oh, it's going right by. And if you sink this next putt, you will win the match. Let's do this. All right, your opponent is conceding this final putt, and yeah, we're done. And the match is over, and guess what? You are the winner. Finishing at 1 up today. Good work. And that's gonna do it for us here today. Thank you so much for the round of golf. I had fun. Hopefully you did too. Hello there and welcome to the game that is PGA Tour 2K25. Let's get into this. It's a big one starting today with a par 5. All right, let's launch this ball into the fairway and take it from there. Okay, let's rip this out into the fairway. All right, he's coming out of the first cut of rough here. Second shot here on the first. Come on, ball. Hold on to the fairway for us. And this one just dipping its toe in the first cut. Okay, third shot. Okay, here's your chance to go one up on your opponent. All right, that drops on in there, and you've won this hole. I'm liking what you're throwing down here. You're one up after the first hole. All right, par 4 for the second hole. Let's see what you can do. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here. And this one is around
Yo, thanks, Rippin'.
80 yards to the pin. I like the shape on this. Nice little draw. I'm okay with that. All right, this one's about 175 from the pin. And here's a 6-iron from them. Here's his look for birdie. It's breaking to the left, I think. I think he's on the right track here. Continues on a great line. Oh, and he gets it to go. This could be a birdie if you want to drop this in the hole. Oh man, this one's breaking pretty hard to the left. That one drops, and that's your second birdie in a row. The makings of a streak, perhaps. And that hole will be halved. We have got a par 3 in front of us for the third hole. Let's knock it close. Nicely done. You got some good contact there. And that'll do. Grab your putter. All right, let's see what he does on this one. Okay, 13 feet to the hole. This starts off pretty straight and then turns to the right a bit. This one's on a good line. There's your birdie in there. Nicely done. Okay, now this from 11 feet. And this one's, I think, going left to right. Gets the birdie putt to drop on in there. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And let's see how things go here on the fourth. Caught that down slope. Let's see how many more yards you get out of this one. He's ready to let her rip here. Let's see what he does. And he will set up from around 235 yards out. And second shot here on the fourth.
This is our third shot. And it's going to be all square if they sink this putt. All right, he's got this for birdie. Let's see what happens. All right, and you've got this to have the hole. And that drops for your fourth birdie of the day. And that hole will be halved. And the fifth hole is a par 4. Oh, needs to hold on to the fairway. Might be dangerous. Oh, well, that's no good. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. And there's not a lot of ball showing in here. This is the deep rough. Let's see how he does. Here's our second shot on this fifth hole. And the green tends to slope away from us where we want to land it, so be careful of the approach. Playing a little draw shot here. That should do nicely. And to him I say good luck, because this is an insanely long putt for a fella to make. Ouch, right by the hole. Okay, if you sink this, you'll go 2 up on your friend. I think this one's breaking pretty hard to the left. Oh, that could have been a birdie. He's got about a 3-footer here. And now this is your look at a putt to have the hole. And that hole's halved. Hole number 6. Whoops. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him.
Here's our second shot on this 6th hole. Got a little fetched up out of the rough here. Not sure it's going to make it. All right, back in the fairway. Now let's go for the green. And this one coming out of the deep rough. And he's got this one kicking off the downslope. Should be on the green. Okay, this one's about 110 yards out. Good work out there. You found the green there, and that's understating it. We'll be back to all square if they drop this putt. It looks like this one's breaking to the left. Right by. Okay, let's go. This one is for par. And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer. And the putt drops. And that hole will be halved. And not a long par 4 on this one. Nice, that's some solid contact. And let's see how he does on this hole. Not sure where this one's going to end up. Could be rough. Oh, and that one just barely makes its way into the second cut. Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole. Nicely struck. And here we go with his second shot. And he's on the birdie hunt here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think this one's breaking to the left. And he gets the putt to go. That was a pretty good one. Here's a 9-foot putt. And as that drops, that's your 5th birdie of the day. And that hole will be halved. Well, the wind is definitely picking up here as we tee this one up. Yep, that was a good swing. Well done. Nice shot into this green. Good work. And he's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him. Taking this one with the 9-iron. And just snuck in here to the first cut of rough. Oh my, almost in with the chip. All right, let's do this. Sink the putt, win the match. It's that easy. And I think this one's breaking to the left. Oh, no. This is what he's staring down to save par. And if you sink this putt, it will take this match to Dormy. And that hole will be halved. All right, the 9th is a par 4. And it looks like that fairway has a bit of a down slope out there in the landing area. Could get some extra yards. Beauty of a swing there. All right, let's see how he does on this hole. This gives a good look at the green from here below us. Nice little draw onto this one. Okay, we've found your friend here in the deep rough. Let's see how he does. They're going with the 5-iron here. Ooh, close with that chip. And swinging this out to the left. And this will be a par for him if he sinks it. This one seems to be tilting left to right. All right, it's simple. Sink this, win match. And today you get to end your round with a par putt. Good stuff. And congratulations to you pulling down the win in this match play affair. That's good stuff. And that's going to do it for our round here today. Thank you ever so much for playing, and hopefully we'll see you back here real soon. Hey there, hope you're doing great. Because I certainly am. My name is John McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. I think things are going to go our way today.
Looks like we're just taking a hack out of the back nine of this one today.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, I'll approve that. Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. We are about 140 yards out. Looks like a little draw you put on this one. Okay, on the green safely. And here we go. This is his second shot. Going with the 9-iron.
Oh, right putt, just missed the hole.
Oh man, he almost got that chip to go. And this putt to go one up for the match.
I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. Oh, this has my attention.
All right, way closer than you were. Not a bad effort there. Okay, he's got 2 feet to go here. And that putt safely in its home. And this will have the hole if you sink this.
All right, what a gift your friend has given us, conceding that tiny little putt. I'll take it though.
And nothing big to report after that first hole. We're all square.
Now we head to the 11th. We have a par 3 ahead of us.
That's a good one. Nice pin high. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. And here's our 3-iron on display. Almost in there with the chip. And you'll go one up on your opponent if you can just sink this putt.
Looks like this one will break a bit to the left. Oh, that was almost in. And he's trying to save par right here. Let's see if he can do it. Chance to have the hole. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And this one's a par 4 for the 12th. Oh, you hit the send button on that one. That one's way out there. And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes. And he's got around 150 or so to the pin. Okay, second shot here on the 12th. And you want this one to stick nice on that green. Bit of a down slope where we want to land this. Nothing wrong with that. Safely on the green. Okay, this one's 20 feet. This one's going to the left. Well, this one's looking good so far. Oh, yeah, getting better. Oh, yes, that'll go down nicely. All right, he's got this for birdie. Oh, my goodness. And just one up on your friend after that hole. All right, let's see what we can do here on the 13th. I like it. I like what you did there. All right, let's see how he does. Oh my, is he going to get this one to go down? Oh, how are you? Setting up a 12-foot putt here. Look at you go. Okay, if he sinks this, that will have the hole. And that hole will be halved. Here we go. Now, the 14th hole. This one's a par 4. Nice, pure swing, great stuff. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. This one's going to chase out a bit, I think. Caught the downslope. Setting up about 115 yards out. This shot's looking good. Nice little draw. Well done. That's another green in regulation. This one could get to the green. Needs some legs. And if you can sink this, you'll go 2 up for the match. This one just has a little tiny break to the right, I think. Oh, it was a good stroke. Almost had the birdie. All right, give this a tap. All right, your opponent's going to let you have that one. Let's head to the next hole. And if he can sink this, that's going to halve the hole. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. Okay, coming up is the par 4 15th hole. He's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does. Tee shot's looking decent. Okay, setting up here about 140 to the pin. Good shot. And this shot's about 120 yards away from the pin. He's got this for birdie. Oh. He'll be 2 up on the match if you sink this putt. A little bit too firm on that one. This putt's around 5 feet away. Here we go. This next one for par. Okay, we're moving. We're moving to the next. And that hole will be halved. Okay, I have a good tee shot here now on the 16th. And let's see how this tee shot fares for him. This one's fairway bound. Alrighty, second shot on the 16th. Okay, we're in the greenside rough. Let's get out of here. Here's his 6-foot putt. Okay, could be a birdie on the scorecard if you drop this. And that hole will be halved. And now on to 17. This one's a par 3. Great swing. Ooh, this one's drawing a little bit. Well done. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here. Here's his second shot. All right, good luck. Second shot here on the 17th. Tell you the truth, I don't think he's going to make this. It's a bit long. Looks like this one's breaking to the right. Looks like he's put it on a good line. Who continues to be good. Oh my, and he makes it.
And if you sink this, we'll take the match to Dormy.
Okay, let's see what the next hole has in store for us. And that hole's halved. And now, the 18th hole. This one's a par 4. Oh my goodness, just smashed that drive. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. This tee shot should play. This one's about 120 yards out. And the approach heading to the left. Here's our second shot on the 18th. Right off the tree. Well, missed the green there on that one. And from the green side bunker. And you are putting now, and I'm happy for you. Oh, that chip almost went. And they'll take this all square if they can sink this. I think this one's breaking to the left. All right, this match will be decided here one way or another. If you still are tied at the end of this one, we're going to give the match to whoever is closest to the pin off the tee. Okay, you're up first, and you gotta get this as close as you can. It's gonna be important down the line, trust me. Nice swing on that. And let's see how this hole goes down for him. Okay, so the tee shots are done. If there is a tiebreaker, the advantage won't go to us, which is a little unfortunate.
Chip was close. That chip was pretty close.
All right, he needs this to go down to win. Okay, slightly surprising, but you know what? Give him that one, and maybe he'll give you something later on in the round. Let's head to the next. Well, that's going to do it for me. I enjoy